is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
We control the X-axis.
We control the Y. However, most importantly, we got Z. Personal log, stardate 5827.4. There comes a time in a man's life when it proves impossible to keep everything arranged into neat little cubby holes so as not to adversely affect the overall balance of things, as it were. Unfortunately for me, this is one of those times. Not only have I been thrown into this pit of vipers known as the U.S.S. Enterprise crew. They who demonstrate time and time again their undying loyalty and devotion to a certain Captain James T. Kirk, no matter how deranged his present mental state may be, and their complete contempt for me. But now, I discover that my one dear love, the only woman I ever cared about, to whom I bared my tortured soul, naked, vulnerable, that one shining light in this terrifying abyss of life, my dear Elaine Parker, who subsequently cast my love aside like an old ship and cut me off like some withered, useless branch of a grapevine, that eternal thorn in my side. She is, in fact, the Admiral.
Are you okay? You blanked out for a moment.
You didn't tell me you were in Starfleet.
I was taking a break.
And here you are. 5 years to the day
Pure coincidence, Captain, I assure you.
Sir.
Captain Hardinger, from this moment forward, you will refrain from addressing me as Sir. Is that clear?
Crystal.
As your senior officer, I expect to be addressed as ma'am.
Yes, sir. I mean, ma'am. Nice bracelets.
New standard issue. I applaud Starfleet's attempt at celebrating the feminine. I see you still have your cello. Always loved hearing you play.
Keeps me honest. An officer of your status should wear pants.
Maybe I should. But then, why stoop so low? Now, about those TPS reports.
I have already implemented a level 2 metrics improvement protocol.
Very well then. Now let's get down to brass tacks, shall we, Captain?
Ma'am.
What the hell were you doing? Firing upon a civilian power station located in the autonomous zone in the capital city of the planet below?
Responding in kind.
In kind to what?
A swarm of nuclear-tipped missiles approaching the Enterprise.
Our sensor logs indicate that the Enterprise was struck by a single missile with an approximate yield of 10 kilotons. Deflector shields held.
Yes, ma'am.
A swarm of one, Captain Hardinger.
It's the thought that counts.
I am not nearly as concerned with your thoughts as with your actions. That kid was less than 50 meters from the target that the Enterprise destroyed without prior authorization.
With all due respect, ma'am, Starfleet's rules of engagement allow for captain's discretion.
Don't quote me regs, Captain Hardinger. Do I look like a fool?
No, ma'am.
God damn it, Hardinger! There was a whole platoon of security forces within that 100-meter perimeter. And do you know what they were doing? Regaining control!
Fascinating.
And now half of them are in our sick bay with third-degree burns inflicted by ultraviolet rays reflected from the target having been struck by your phasers.
Ma'am,
You what?
maybe we should take this offline.
That's the first intelligent thing I've heard you say all day. I'll have my communications officer schedule a meeting. Parker, out.
I need to play my cello. Mr. Spock, you have the conch. Ordinateur. Notez de blanc. Concerto. Pour violoncelle.
West Macaha, high ridge mountain, crystal clear blue water. All my friends there, hanging down the beach, young and old among them.
Computer off. Hardinger to Captain Powell. Captain Powell.
You have reached Captain J.T. Powell. Please leave a message.
This is not good. Not good. Computer. Invoke EEH.
Emergency Petition Hologram version 1.2, Doménica. Please state nature of emergency.
Doménica, I just got my ass chewed by the Admiral.
Good afternoon, Captain. Indeed, that is unfortunate. A hot towel and avocado facial is in order.
But that ain't the half of it. Do you remember Elaine?
Yes, Captain. Regrettable that I was not available at that time. I would have recommended a combination of...
Doménica!
Computer, re-invoke EEH.
Emergency Petition hologram is offline.
Stand down, stand down.
From a fable you once heard in childhood, you will now consume the nourishment.
When I was a kid, we went to church every week. And my dad forced me to go to Sunday school. I read the stories. What the teacher taught. But look at me now. What good has it done? Lord, I fully admit to have gone down the wrong path once or twice, and now have descended into being as unworthy as a scraggly blade of grass on a sidewalk down a dark alley on the wrong side of the galaxy. But this ain't fair. It's too much. Everything is collapsing around me, and they come and take away my EH. Could you maybe spare a favorable glance in my direction? Just this once. Tell me about the tiniest scrap, a sign, something.
And think to yourself, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like
Who the hell are you? Occupying the chaos and despair of my own mind.
Answering your call.
Huh?
God Almighty, at your service.
You don't look like God. Where's your bead? mainly myself.
Oh, I transitioned. I'm so much freer being a woman. And guys are such idiots.
Kinda lessens the impact, don't you think?
How about this time?
Alrighty then. I get the point.
Better?
Captain Hardinger, what is that little device in your hand?
A tattoo phaser. Small, yet surprisingly effective. Hear that? That's the sound of the safety being released. And that, my dear, is the sound of me advancing the power setting to 10. Now, I don't know who or what the hell you are. An angel, demon, or some mind-beguiling salt monster. But let it be known that if I were to discharge this weapon in its current configuration, not only would you be so vaporized as to have never been born, but likely it would also blast a hole 10 feet wide in the wall behind you. But you know what? I don't give a shit about that wall. So you have exactly 3 seconds to get the hell out of my quarters. 1, 2, 2.5. Now that's damn peculiar.
Is it though? Maybe you should have Mr. Scott to look at that for you.
Indeed, he should. Hardinger. Mr. Scott.
Scotty here, Captain.
Something's amiss with...
Captain, there's nothing wrong with our Cayenne plants. I checked them this morning, and capsaicin levels are at 108%. I put my head together with a lad in hydroponics, and we developed a new improved fertilizer, especially tuned for our strain of Cayenne.
Good work, Scotty.
Thank you, sir.
However, we've got greater fish to fry.
Aye?
I want you personally to fully disassemble my phaser and analyze every component for anomalies.
Might I ask why, sir?
Just do it. I want a full analysis on my desk by 0800 hours. Hardinger out. I have a sinking feeling I'm gonna regret this. Hardinger, Captain Powell.
Why are you calling me on my personal channel?
Jason. Teddy Bear. You gotta help me.
What's up?
Are you gonna call Elaine? And will you please stop calling me that?
No need. As cruel fate would have it, Elaine and the Admiral are one and the same.
Oh.
Exactly. What was once a simple coup d'éclat has now morphed into a full-blown conundrum.
No, that is a coup d'éclat.
Well then, these coup d'éclats are way worse than I thought.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
There's only one thing we can do.
Yes?
We must visit the oracle of Rigel 3. Meet me in the shuttle bay of the Egotastica in half an hour.
Roger that.
Are you coming or not? I'm in the shuttle bay and we're cleared to launch.
Releasing shuttle bay coordinates.
Hold your horses, man. I'll beam right over.
Well, hurry up.
Speaking of beaming over, why do you guys insist on using these darky shuttles everywhere?
Transporters are banned on Orvillia and throughout the Union.
Why's that?
For the sake of our eternal souls, our spiritual essence.
Well, now you lost me.
Transporter technology is great for moving cargo, beasts, plants, and so on, but not our eternal souls.
My spiritual essence seems fine.
How do you know? Maybe you just think you're fine. Consider that since the day you first stepped on that transporter pad, you are no more than an empty shell. A cheap copy of the man you once were.
That would explain a lot.
We digress.
We do.
The coordinates, please.
What coordinates?
The coordinates for the Oracle of Rigel 3.
How should I know? It was your idea.
You said you were going to bring them.
I most certainly did not.
You most certainly did.
Just look it up on Galactic Google Maps.
We don't have that.
On Orvillia, it's a subscription-based service, typically $12.99 a month.
Oh.
Now that's odd.
Yes.
Somebody already pre-programmed the coordinates into the nav computer.
Where to?
Northern Arctic region.
Engage.
I'm the captain of this ship.
My apologies.
These coordinates are well within the northern disputed zone. The airspace ahead is restricted due to recent military activity. Shall I hail Rigelian air traffic control?
Yes, Isaac, carry on.
Odd.
What is it?
Comms are down and our transponder is inoperative.
So we're essentially flying dark.
Affirmative. 30 seconds to restricted airspace.
Switching to emergency comms channel.
No effect.
Something's fishy going on.
Isaac, turn us around. Take us back to the Egotastica.
Unable to comply. The autopilot is self-engaged and Helm no longer responds.
I remember when I was a kid, my daddy took me up in a Ferris wheel for the first time. Halfway up to the top, the wind started blowing real hard. The whole thing shook and rattled like it was coming apart. We were too far off the ground, trapped. There was nothing we could do.
So what did you do?
We pray to the Lord God Almighty.
And?
Enjoyed the view.
I suggest the latter.
Indeed, I've done enough praying for one day. Look at those puffy clouds over there.
Entering northern disputed zone, restricted airspace. We appear to be in the midst of a battle between the Rigelian Imperial Guard and elements of the Planetary Resistance Air Corps.
Which side are we on? Apple for the Imperials.
Neither, I'm afraid. Since we're flying dark, no doubt both sides will consider us hostile. Somebody spotted us.
Looks like a couple of Resistance Interceptors. This autopilot got dogfight protocol.
Activating evasive maneuver protocol Delta-3.
I'm taking a shot. Deflector shields at 100%. Ego-lithium submatrix nominal.
This shuttle's got ego-lithium.
Of course, and these Ego-lithium battery packs received the same software upgrade as the Egotastica.
Well then, what's the big deal anyway? With an Ego-lithium submatrix dialed in, those turbo lasers are no better than a Daisy BB gun against starships.
True.
Stand by, ion control.
Captain, sensors detect a planetary resistance ion cannon powering up 30 degrees to starboard.
Big whoop, we got Ego-lithium shields.
Oh, not that much Ego-lithium. That ion cannon is rated at 50 gigawatts! A couple hits from that thing, and we're goners.
Fire.
Shields at 0%. Ego-lithium submatrix compromised. Negative attitude control. Autopilot disengaged.
Mr. Scotty, emergency beam out. Get us out of here. Scotty.
That's it. We're done for. Shot down in flames. Jason, Teddy Bay. You may have had our differences over the years, but I always loved you. Respected you. Like the brother I never had. Soft, cuddly, making me feel safe. Too bad it had to end like this.
Oh, I never knew.
I've reached the main power generators. The shield will be down in moments. You may start your landing.
Listen to wait! There's a slim chance we could still make it.
There goes the stabilizers.
Isaac, if you reroute power from life support to the auxiliary thrusters, can you set us down in the snow?
Affirmative. However, the auxiliary oxygen tanks are offline. Life support is operating solely on CO2 scrubbers. If we shut them down, we'll run out of breathable air in a matter of seconds. I calculate chances for survival at less than 17%.
17% is better than none. Isaac, you have your orders.
Warning. Life support is offline. Oxygen levels dangerously low.
Steady, Roku. Isaac, we're counting on you. You can do this.
post-production. Fantastic creations emerging spontaneously from the space of life.
For the benefit of all beings everywhere.
We gotta